Please rise for a moment of silence for the pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, roll call.
Briggs.
Here.
Weiss. Adi.
Here.
Elder. Here. Leibold.
Here.
Reese. Sleek.
Here.
Okay, so want to make a motion to excuse Angie Reese and Christine Weiss.
I second it.
I'll make a motion.
Somebody's got to make the motion.
I'll make a motion to excuse Councilwoman Reese and Weiss.
I second it.
Okay, roll call.
For a second.
Okay.
Gotta do this again. Adi.
Here.
Elder. Yes. Leibold.
Yes.
Sleek.
Yes.
Briggs.
Okay, council has a copy of the minutes from the last meeting. Yep. And everyone, I think, has had a chance to review them. Are there any changes to the minutes from the last meeting?
There was just one change, and I already let Stevie know about it.
Did she change it?
Did she resend it later?
I don't know if she did. I just looked today.
Okay.
And what was the change? Do you remember?
It was just under committee reports, noting that Mayor Sanchez made a note during that time regarding e-bikes right after mine.
Oh,
I think I did see something. I can't remember.
there's nothing about Mayor Sanchez on this one. After your comment.
Okay. It's supposed to change his office to Mayor Sanchez's office because it goes right from.
Oh, it does, yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
It could change. I
It's
didn't
just
see
a
the
clarification.
Okay.
Yeah, it's easy.
All right, well, I'm sure Stevie will make that correction. Council also has a copy of the agenda tonight. Are there any additions to the agenda? Okay, then we'll have the first reading.
First reading of a resolution authorizing the approval and issuance of a warrant for payment of $5,600 to Peters Used Equipment Incorporated and declaring an emergency.
And there's nothing we can do here, so this just constitutes the first reading. Next.
First reading of a resolution accepting the amounts and rates as determined by the Budget Commission and authorizing the necessary tax levies and certifying them to the county auditor and city council.
That constitutes the first reading of that resolution.
First reading of a resolution authorizing the approval and issuance of a warrant payment of $3,607.40 to Firelands Regional Medical Center and declaring an emergency.
And that constitutes the first reading of that. And now we can move on quickly already. Do we have anybody with committee reports tonight? Danielle, I'll start with you.
All right, thank you. Just 3 points. Adult softball and then youth flag football, volleyball, and soccer registration is now open with the rec center. So even though we're wrapping up the summer, there's lots to do in the fall. Group exercise classes and that registration opens next week. And just as a reminder, the annual building shutdown is the week of the fair. So the last day for the pool is the 23rd, and then we're done for the season. It's coming up. That's all, Madam President.
Okay, thank you. Daniati?
Nothing on my committee to report, Madam President.
Okay. Finance and Labor, Chris Leibold?
Nothing, Madam President, thank you.
Economic Development, Jim Sleek?
Thank you, Madam President. As you can see, the old Wendy's is demolished and gone. And the new one, I'm not sure an opening date yet. Mr. Gross, do you know by chance when they're planning?
I think they're about 30 days out. I think they were targeting September 1.
Really doing good though. I mean, they're cleaned up and everything, so if you get a chance, drive by and check out the progress, but that's all.
Okay. Laws, rules, and ordinances, John Elder?
We will have an LRO meeting at 6:45 on August 20th.
6:25?
6:45, excuse me. I can't read what I'm writing. 6:45. I sent everybody a copy of
It wasn't
the issue.
readable.
It wasn't readable.
Couldn't.
Okay, I'll try to resend it.
I mean, I have it because the man sent it to me, but I don't know that anybody else.
Okay,
read
I'll
it.
send it back out then. And look at it. Thank you.
Okay. Moving on to department heads, Ken Frost.
We've got progress going on all over town with all of our construction sites. Hayes is done, it's done by Buckland, and then of course, over in your ward, Washington, hopefully that project will be done Monday. We got, I think 20 or 40 tons of asphalt coming Monday morning, first thing to get the trench paved, so.
Wow.
Yeah, we're moving right along.
Good.
Good. Bob Gross.
Yeah, just two quick things. Otto and Urban, they're on schedule for S&S to do demolition at the end of this month. There were some delays with the grant and waiting periods and getting folks moved out of there from back in the spring. S&S had to rework their summer schedule, and so it is coming. It's happening. PD and fire have been doing some training on the building thanks to Lynn Urban and allowing them to do that. So I know it probably gets asked. The other part of that story is there's not an end user for that yet. Whatever you hear, whatever Facebook says, there are no plans for that site yet. Have people inquired? Sure, you know, but it's always been, the minute I see an excavator show up, the talks get a little more serious. But for example, there's no, the only speculation is I've had two developers kind of express interest in storefronts, you know, maybe 2 or 3 shops. One was a single level, the one maybe had apartments above it, but that's all speculation. It is all like maybe if it works out. I promise you, nobody's called me about wanting to put a car wash there, a vape shop.
Or a gas station.
Or a gas station. So, and then if you've seen it this week, they started hanging steel for the second building out at the HP Young Industrial Park. The first building is spoken for. They're closing on the building in the next couple of days.
Wow, that's awesome.
We were talking to them about putting an announcement out. They don't want to put an announcement out for a few more weeks because it's a large company, workforce other places and competitors. And so I think that they want to be a little more strategic because whatever, you know, however that may impact their business. But then, so that first spec building is spoken for, and the second spec building, they started hanging steel rafters this week. And part of the reason there was such a quick turnaround, because I think we sat here last August kind of approving some things. Part of the reason for the quick turnaround is that there were competing offers on the first building expressing interest. And so it was like, well, you know, we've kind of been true to our goal of get it built and sold within a year. Well, we, you know, started it last August, here we are this August. And knowing the level of serious interest, not passive interest, I think John and Herner, KF Ventures, felt confident to move forward with the second spec build. So that's all I have.
Good, thank you. Chief Wensinger?
Yes, thank you. Great day for the Fremont Police Department. Our first of 4 2026 hires started today, Grayson Tollett. She starts academy on Monday.
Nice.
So I have, thank you.
Okay.
I have a question for the chief,
Okay.
and I don't know if it's been brought up or is going to be brought up. It's been brought to my attention about the parking on Wayne Street, about the 818. People are now getting tickets from, they said it seems to be the same officer.
Okay.
What perpetuated this? What can we do?
Well, I would encourage all of our police officers to be cognizant of vehicles illegally parked, and if the situation dictates, issue a parking ticket or simply ask the people to move.
Because this has been
The best
going on.
way to avoid a parking ticket is not to park wrong way, facing traffic, not to park on the curb, don't park near fire hydrants or crosswalks.
Doesn't this deal with the people who are parking in their parking lot that are not patrons of the establishment?
They can't do that on private property.
I know that there was some signage on the other side of the 818 that was 2-hour parking that was removed. I'm not aware of any significant parking citation activity near the 818. We have had some throughout different areas of the city.
I had a call for one chief on Berkshire Ave, and I thought, it's not a congested part. and it wasn't me either. So that kind of surprised me that
Yep.
it was just like a vehicle that I drive by every day, never notice it, but also no one else parking around it.
Well, just because it's not in a congested area, or, when someone complains or when we task certain officers to look for things specifically in a neighborhood and they're down there, I certainly wouldn't want to be sitting on my front porch, looking out, seeing a vehicle illegally parked, and a cop going around and around the block. Maybe they're doing something else, like looking for drug activity, posting up for speeding, but if they're passing an illegally parked car over and over and over, I don't like that, and our officers know it. Sure, it's a lot nicer to get a knock on the door and a, hey, please move your car. That's not going to happen every time when somebody's illegally parked. It has happened. I don't have a count. We don't issue a large amount of tickets, but parking citations are $30 and $60 after, I think, 72 hours or something.
So Chief,
Yep. The first best thing to do is try not to leave illegally parked.
so Chief, to piggyback off of that, what, if you can share with us, what initiated this all of a sudden? Because everybody's been parking, everybody's been on those streets for a long time now, all of a sudden, because I'm getting calls, and what initiated this to all of a sudden come to a head?
Well, some pieces of it, one in particular, are damage to curbs and new curbs that went in along a lot of the areas of construction in our city. And to maintain those nice appearances and functioning of a curb, we don't want people to park on them. So we should just do some more even parking enforcement throughout our entire city to make people aware that please just take an extra maybe 2 minutes of your time and park a little better in the lines.
What precipitated the one on Wayne Street? They've been doing that for years.
I think the precipitation was an officer drove through there and saw multiple vehicles parked on the curb and in the tree line. And that's it.
And since it's been going on for years, there's no grandfather thing or anything.
No. You park on the curb, the no parking on the curb.
No adverse
law.
possession.
They probably should drive up to the front porch if you're already in the yard.
Was it a number of people that were?
Yes.
I see cops go by my house every day.
I think we have to bring up a traffic safety to, maybe to make that street wider to take parking off to the side, don't you think? Make it only one side down through Wayne Street.
Sure.
It is tight.
A traffic safety committee meeting is the place to have that conversation. I'm not sure if you're just going to make one side of the street unhappy.
Right.
They can't park on their side of the street.
But we all know it's narrow through there.
Sure.
Law Director, have any thoughts on that?
Take that up with your committee and see what you think, but I mean, I understand where the chief's coming from. If you're parking.
Yeah, and I do too, and then I understand where the people are coming from. They've been doing it for years.
Sure.
You know?
And $30 is important because it used to be 10 and they didn't care, and if now it's 30, they care.
Yeah, I don't know if they even got tickets.
Gas prices have a little effect on that.
So Jim, you've had some of the same.
Yes.
I'll put that on traffic safety.
There you go.
Uh-oh.
That's right, Jay.
I've been working at 18 Code for 36 years.
But you don't park on the curbs, do you?
No. I don't like those people that ride those big black bikes around town. I almost got hit by one.
Are you done, Denny?
With the chief, you were asking the chief.
With the chief, yes, I'm done with that.
Okay.
Thank goodness.
Okay, moving on. Jim Melly?
Thank you, Madam President. So I passed out a press release of what I gave to the news media outlets to explain why we had to dismiss the charges that involved the sting with DAP. First thing I want to make abundantly clear is the way to do this is with the actual law enforcement through what they call ICAC. That is something that is done, and it is done in a professionally trained manner. And that is the best way for us to be able to be successful. I had conversations with Detective Ortolani today and Detective Bernazzi, and they're trained in this, and they work hard to get success, and that is the best avenue to do what brings success and gets the people who are doing things that are harmful to our community off the streets. That's number one. Number two, because this was not a law enforcement agency that was involved, and when it happened, we were under the impression, and by we I mean Detective Bernazzi, Detective Ortolani, Chief, the Safety Service Director Frost, and the Mayor, that DAP was willing to cooperate with us. What we then found was that they reset the phone. When they reset the phone, that took away all of the messages that they had used. Because that was gone, and for those of you that understand what happens in a court of law, you need to have a chain of custody to be able to explain who said what or who texted what on that specific night. Because it was gone and there was nothing available, and although there are those messages floating on Facebook, those cannot be authenticated, and those are not real, and those do not constitute evidence that can be admitted in a court of law. Because of that, and because we were faced with a motion filed by the defense counsel asking for the text messages through discovery, and we could not produce that, we got a motion to compel. A motion to compel is basically a motion saying, give us the stuff, we know you have it, you got to give it to us because it's part of evidence that we need to see. We couldn't do that. Because we could not do that, and because we had questionable witnesses that we could use based on some credibility questions and things of that nature, we didn't have a case. We did not have a case. And just so everybody understands, we were doing this as a test case. This has not been done before anywhere in Ohio, but there is a case out of Cincinnati, Hamilton County, that gave us the precedent to try to do this. Best case scenario, if we had all the evidence, we were going to use it as a test case to see if it could happen. Again, back to my first statement, the law enforcement agencies are the ones that are in the statute, and they're the ones that are designed to be able to do this to get the success needed. Because all of that was a conglomeration of what was going to happen. The only thing we could do was dismiss. I made the mistake of not telling both the mayor and the safety service director that the dismissal was happening. I had talked about it with the chief, and I apologized to the safety service director, and I've apologized to the mayor. I make mistakes. I own them when I make them, and I want you to understand I made a mistake. I should have probably put out a press release with the mayor and with the safety service director and the police, and then that would have hopefully alleviated some of the things that came about. But I wanted everybody to understand what happened and why it happened the way it did. And if you need to add anything, chief, feel free.
Yeah, I'll double down on the best way to do investigations regarding child sexploitation ones involve law enforcement.
Did I miss anything?
No. I certainly appreciate Law Director Malloy's efforts and Safety Service Director Frost's efforts to get us back on the same page.
Okay, thank you, Jim.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Is there anybody in the audience that would like to speak? If so, you stand up and state your name. Go
Yes.
ahead. Stand up and state your name and where you live.
Yeah, my name is Robert Nofs. I'm a Fremont resident. I live at 1520 North Street, apartment 83 here in Fremont. And I'm glad I showed up tonight because, well, for one thing, I found out that you guys talk about a lot of things like parking tickets, people complaining because they got a ticket for parking on the curb. I don't know what really goes on in a lot of these meetings. I've seen some of them on on YouTube. So I did come here in relation to that DAP case. So I'm sure probably everybody knows that what happens online doesn't really, from all the controversy I've seen, people sharing pictures of the prosecutor and the judge and blaming them for what happened, and all these like conspiracy theories floating around online. I thought there might be somebody besides me who showed up to ask a question about it, but there's not. And I see Mr. Frost and Mr. Melly are sitting next to each other. And
Oh, we have no issues.
Yeah, it looks like they get along pretty good. But, so anyways, I came to specifically ask about that public statement that was released. I don't know how those things are released. if there's some kind of a review process, if other people look at it, or if it was just the safety director that released it on its own. Because when I saw what was going on with all the discussions, and when I read it, I didn't think it looked very helpful. I thought it just added, fuel to the fire and more controversy. And so what I thought is the safety director, in his statement, he did say he'll be reviewing the matter internally and seeking a formal explanation from the prosecutor's office. And I tend to believe that the police department and the safety department and the prosecutor's office, if they were to go through their history, they could see many times where they functioned together professionally and the job got done. And they all did their job like they're supposed to. But when I saw this, it kind of made it look like the director of safety was throwing the prosecutor under the bus before he even talked about it with him and had a meeting with it. So I wondered if maybe in hindsight, maybe it would have been better to actually have the discussion before releasing a public statement like that. Because I don't think it was really helpful. And I'm just a citizen. I work in a factory, and I post inflammatory stuff online all the time. But I'm not a public official. I'm not a public safety director or a prosecutor or a police chief. So if I put my foot in my mouth, it's really only going to affect me. But if someone else in the public office puts out, a notification like that, it could resonate, or it could kind of echo all throughout these little conspiracy theory echo chambers that go around. And these people are all people. They're like the people I work with, and they're the people we interact with every day. They don't show up to ask questions at city council meeting, but some of them probably vote, and they care about what happens to kids and other people. So I think that was, I kind of changed what I was, some of the things I was going to ask after, hearing what I heard tonight. And that was all I had a question about. Was it, did other people participate in writing that letter and review it and sign off on it, or is
It came solely out of my office.
Okay, that was out of your, okay, because that was kind of one of the main questions I had. And I think I don't even know if Mr. Melly can answer this, but I didn't even think of asking it. But does there look like there might be any opportunity in the future to pursue that again, or is that pretty much?
On this case
Yeah.
specifically, it's dismissed without prejudice, which it means it has a right to be brought back, but I'm not going to speculate on that. It's just, I think you can tell from the way I explained everything.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it's optimistic.
Doesn't look good.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I heard the police chief and other people speaking. I tend to believe that the DAP people, sometimes they take reckless chances with people's safety. And I think it's fortunate that when the mob showed up, as I refer to it, at the restaurant, that nobody decided to take matters into their own hands. And I think if things like that continue, there's always a risk of something like that happening someday. So I do think that professionals should do it, or if people get information, they should turn it over to the proper authorities.
Thank you.
So I guess that was it. Maybe in the future, there could be more discussion before releasing public statements.
Mr. Knopfson?
Yes. Mhm.
First off, I want to say I really appreciate you coming to the meeting and taking an interest in what we're doing here. And I appreciate your advice. And I will absorb your advice. We need a lot more people like you to come and join us at these meetings to get the real information out to the public, because like you said, there's a lot of misinformation, falsities online. If more people like you showed up to the council meeting and actually understood what was going on, for example, tonight with the parking tickets, then good people like you could get online and actually tell the true story. So thank you. I appreciate your advice. It is heard. And please join us again for the next council meeting.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else have anything?
I have some comment.
Okay, coming away.
Alrighty, I came from a meeting for the TNR organization, Trap, Neuter, Release, which for those that don't know, it's about the feral cats in the community where we trap the kitties, take them to a vet, and get them fixed. And then we put them back to where we found them, so it's not like they're taken away. They're brought back, and eventually, in a couple of years, they project we'll see a difference in the feral cat situation. And so far to date, they have trapped and neutered 223 cats.
That's great. We need, that's way better than trying to pass a law that we really can hardly enforce. That's great.
Yeah, that is.
And they said that will really take care of projecting, if you think about it, 500 cats or kitties, because each litter could have
5 or 6.
5 or 6.
Wow.
So the amount of cats in the county is 15,000. It just blows my mind.
Those are the counted cats. Those aren't the cats that are running all over the neighborhood.
Right.
Like by my house.
Like by my house.
One thing they wanted me to bring up, and I'll address this to Mr. Melly. Do we have, you'll know people go out with their pellet guns, try to harass the cats or whatever. Is there an ordinance that we have somewhere buried from whenever that it's not legal to do things like that?
I would suggest there's something on our, in the Ohio Revised Code or ordinance-wise. If somebody would see somebody shooting the cats with pellet, I would call the police.
Okay. Same for antifreeze poisoning, anything like
Certainly
that?
is that, yes.
Yeah, that I've heard of before too, Deb.
Okay.
I got cats running by my house. There was a cat underneath by my house last night.
Another thing that they need is a place to put these cats until they can take them to the vet. It's only for a day or two. Then when they get done, get their thing, they don't get a cone of shame on or anything to put them back. Well, my dogs lick their thing, they put a cone.
It's normal too.
But if anybody would have an open building where we could store cats or kitties, and they're in traps already. So all we need a place is to put them in, and we will take care of making sure they're fed, making sure their traps are cleaned. One thing I brought up, and I will have to bring up to the county fair board if I can figure out who's all on that, and I might know some people. I noticed the county has quite a few little pens and things out there. That would be a perfect situation. You know, where like the lamb barn, the sheep barns are, and the chickens, to store them in one of those buildings in the meantime. Unless the city has something.
So they catch a cat and put it in the crate, and how long is it before it gets its surgery? Is it days, weeks?
Days.
Days?
They try to plan it around when the vets are going to be available.
So do all these vets voluntarily do this, all our local vets, or is it just one in particular?
Fremont Animal Hospital, there's one in Fostoria and one in Toledo. And do they volunteer to do it? Well, for 75 bucks a kitty, they do it lower than what the normal price is to get it fixed. So that takes money. That goes to my next part. So if you were to have a building out there that would be available, that would be great, get a hold of me, or money. Now, how can you get money? Well, they have a P.O. box or a box down at the UPS station, box 238, which is 400 West State Street, number 238. It's called Community Paws TNR initiative. Community Pause, TNR, Trap, Neuter, Return Initiative, 400 West State Street, number 238. They also have a PayPal account, and if you go to their Facebook, Community Pause TNR Initiative, there is a donate button on there. How simple is that? Press that donate money, few $100s, fantastic. No, they'll take anything. They'll take 5, 10,
15.
15. Do I hear 20? But
You're 20.
But you can do it that way as well. So, yeah, it's a great organization. They're doing great things. 232 cats so far. I remember I was at a meeting not too long ago, it was 42. It's up to 232. And they also need people to help transport these cats, 20 at a time, to these different places. I offered up my Mazda, which I could only fit probably 6 in there if I was lucky. So these cages, by the way, if you were keeping them at a facility, are 24 feet by 7 inches wide.
24 inches.
24 inches, 24 feet, we can fit more cats in there.
Lions, cats, cougar.
Yeah.
Yeah, try cougar, we have space for it.
And I want to squelch a rumor that was going around out of Young's Trailer Court. We haven't been there yet, but they did have a trapper out there for skunks and things.
Oh.
And local residents that live out there said, oh my God, they're trapping the cats and killing them. That is not a true rumor. I just wanted, they were only getting skunks and possums. Maybe a raccoon. That's all I have.
I have a question on that.
Yeah.
Really quick. How do you guys select what areas to trap the cats? Or is there a number where if I have a bunch at my house that are strays, and I know are strays, can I call this organization and tell them that I have the strays at my house?
There's a form on their Facebook page that you
There
can
is?
fill out.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Yep.
Very good.
What else? I'll just say one more thing that brought that to me. I guess that's enough for right now.
Okay.
Did I say enough?
Anybody else have anything?
That was good.
I need someone to make a motion to adjourn.
I'll move.
Second.
Roll call.
Addie?
Here?
Elder? Yes. Leibold?
Yes.
Sleek?
Yes.
Briggs?
Yes.
Adjourn.
I'm sorry.